Nighttime baseball now from the district as you get a look inside beautiful Nationals Park in Washington. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the New York Mets. Joe Ross, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, last year he was really solid, close to 20 wins. This year, I expect a lot of the same.
First pitch forthcoming as Jose Reyes is set to go.
Leading off tonight for the Mets.
Swing and a line drive, but this is a foul ball.
7-0-7.
The windup and the 0-1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. This is skied into short left center. Goodwin moves over and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. And he always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him. Whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the 9th inning with 2 outs, his approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A solo home run here for Neil Walker. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Jay Bruce comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Eric, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, it's so far so good as they enter play 3-0 on the young season.
But always important to play good baseball in front of the home crowd, and they were fortunate to get this series off on the right foot in Game 1. They'll hope to continue their winning ways here in Game number 2.
Yoenis Cespedes will stride in now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's ball game. Low for ball 1.
And in the first inning, with this guy already looking a little shaky, I think you let him throw you one here. He hasn't proven to me that he can find the strike zone yet.
That evens it up, 1-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that's through for a hit.
Oh, you talk about being comfortable at the plate. That's the way he's feeling it right now. 9 straight games with that base hit now.
Michael Conforto will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Hot shot towards the hole. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
And I got a feeling the last thing these guys want to do is get someone up in the bullpen here in the first inning. And they might not have a choice because this is 4 hits against them already. And that last one was smoked.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Curtis Granderson is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch up this early in the ball game. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. 1-2.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
chop foul over towards the dugout. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. Eaton on the move. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. And never much of a chance to even think about scoring there. What a big second out. With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
As Drupal Cabrera is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitters sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
Don't want to forget about him. Bases are loaded here. 2 down. He pulls this one into right. And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. The run scores from second. Now a 3rd runner heading for the plate. And a relay home, but not in time, and 3 runs score.
I don't know what could have gone wrong there. I mean, he looks to me to be in a position to catch his ball, but boy, he just flat out misses this thing. It's bad enough with nobody on, but with the bases loaded, that is a bad, bad error.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now remember, he does have a base open here if he needs it. But this inning's already taken a big toll on him so far. So I'm not sure he'd want to make it any longer than he has to.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. He'll come home with it. The tag, and he is out at the plate on a great throw from the outfield.
On the money.
So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Mets 4 and the Nationals nothing. Zach Wheeler, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, remember last year he had close to 200 strikeouts, a real nice season. He'll be looking to eclipse that this year, and he'll be looking to rack up quite a few in this one.
Adam Eaton is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Drilled on the ground is short. And a flip to first from Cabrera in time for the first out.
Batting second.
Daniel Murphy will dig in. Last year's recipient of the Silver Slugger Award for NL second baseman. Wheeler into his motion. Here's the first pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is taken in by Reyes for out number 2. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. You still come after him now on 2-0?
I think you have to be a little careful, but yeah, I don't think you can just give up on him.
Hit sharply toward the right side, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Adam Lind set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
And a dive, but he's back. First offering on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike one. A 1 pitch on its way. Goodness. 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. Anthony Rendon is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Well, you know, the big key to throwing the slider is knowing when to throw it for a strike and then when to try to get a guy to chase out of the zone. Once he gets ahead out there, you know he loves to get you to chase.
Granderson going back, still going back. Gone. A fence scraper, but still good for 3 runs. So a 3-run shot to right center field as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
And he's a strike away from getting out of this unscored upon, but you can see the location mistake there. And now, all of a sudden, he goes from possibly hanging a goose egg to serving up a 3-run home run.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now, as he'll line this one foul to the right side out of play. It's strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Zach Wheeler will step in to lead things off here for the Mets with the top of the order, Jose Reyes, to follow.
Wheeler.
Now a ball softly hit and fouled off to the left, strike one. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I think he needs to cut down on his swing a bit, get a little more compact, because he ain't going to be touching those fastballs.
Down the first baseline. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you got to lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Jose Reyes will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off for ball 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Played on the backhand. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. Digging in the switch hitter, Neil Walker. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, he absolutely crushed it earlier, so let's see if he can get into another one in this at-bat.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Brian Goodwin, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Brian Goodwin.
Wheeler sets his sights. Here comes the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Line drive to left. Cespedes has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number one.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Stepping in now, Trey Turner. As he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. And this is off the fence now out near the Washington bullpen. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
When you're a hitter, there's only two times where you know for sure you've got a hit. One is when you hit one into the seats. It feels so good. And two is when you split the outfielders like that. Right off the bat, you know it's a double. The only thing in your mind, can I go for three?
Bunt still on here with one away as he puts this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Yeah, down by a run, they're not taking any chances here. They want to tie this ball game up. And the sacrifice moves a man to third here with just one away.
First pitch coming. Here it is. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. And there is Jay Bruce. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Jay
Bruce. A shot down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, the pitchers have the right to work inside.
That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
1-2. Here it comes. Drilled to first. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
And he'll be thinking that's an out he should have had here to lead off the inning. This was maybe not the most routine of hops, but still, you'd think he'd at least be able to get a glove on it.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Smoked on the ground left side. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
Well, another good at-bat right here. He's sacrificing those power stats for a little on-base percentage, and he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Nothing wrong with that.
On the ground to the left side. The second for one. On to first, the double play.
First and second, nobody out. You think you're in a great position to do some damage here in this inning. And then, the one thing that you could not have is the double play, and that's exactly what you get.
Here's the center fielder, Curtis Granderson, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Already 40 pitches now here in the first few innings.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, he's going to have to start pitching to contact a little bit more, or else he may not make it 5 innings.
One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. One and one. Here it comes. 2-1.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Harper is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Mets strand one. Then it remains a 4-3 game. Leading off the inning, Daniel Murphy. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Grounded to first. Conforto scoops it up, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Right fielder number 34.
At the plate, Bryce Harper. He singled his last time up. Wheeler gets the sign. First pitch on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Here's a pop-up now. Behind the plate, but room for d'Arnaud. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Adam Lind strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Into the windup and the pitch. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch to end the inning. A fine sliding catch here will take us to break. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Asdrubal Cabrera is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Shortstop, Asdrubal Cabrera.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Right side. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right.
Yeah, and you know, after that first inning, we figured we might have a slugfest on our hands. But it's been all zeros for both teams since then. So maybe this base hit can start to reverse that trend.
Travis d'Arnaud will dig in. He singled his first time around. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Runs coming fast and furious here. 4-3 our score as we play the 4th. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ground ball left side. One there, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Zach Wheeler.
Zach Wheeler comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
And good awareness behind the plate as he'll make the quick basket catch for the second out. But they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Third baseman,
Jose Reyes will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Mets leave 1, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rendon, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Line drive to center field, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
the catcher, number 32.
Matt Wieters is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Bruce has a read on it, one away.
Now Now batting.
Brian Goodwin
Left fielder,
stands in for the second
Brian
time.
Goodwin.
Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he was pretty unlucky last time because he squared up that fastball nicely. So we're going to have to see if they still come at it with hard stuff.
Line to the right side, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
This is a tough play for a right fielder at night because this ball's hit pretty hard. So it's going to stay in those lights the whole way out there, but he's able to hang with it and put it away.
Trey Turner stands in as he looks at a called strike. 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors on the Washington line score. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that 4-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Neil Walker will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Looking a little off here to start the 5th.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
And that's what I'd call an intelligent at-bat right there. It's good knowledge of the strike zone, and more importantly, of how the home plate umpire calls the strike zone. Got himself a leadoff walk.
Jay Bruce steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. And this is low, ball 1. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
Boy, that got a lot of the plate cutting right across the zone. I think if he had that pitch to do over, he would have taken a rip at that one.
Strikes to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Nobody out, runner on first. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Well, if you want to go by the numbers, somewhere around 37% of leadoff walks come around to score. Now, EK, I know you didn't know that, but that won't be an issue here as he bounces right back and he gets himself the double play.
Yoenis Cespedes will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Look out, 2-0 now. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Outside, 3-0 now.
And even on 3-0, it's no given that he's going to be taken up there. We've seen him go after pitches in this spot before. He's not going to hold back.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Yeah, that's pretty clearly a pitch around. They didn't want any part of it. With the bases empty and 2 outs, a walk's not the worst thing in the world.
Michael Conforto will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
And the runner back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially if for a guy in this part of the lineup.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Murphy's got it, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. More coming up from Nationals Park in Joe Ross comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And a slider not close here as he missed with it down and in. It's ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And there to take it in is Granderson for the first out of the inning.
The center fielder.
1 away now.
2.
Here's Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the 5th inning of a 4-3 ball game here. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Granderson ranging back to the track. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting,
Daniel Murphy will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. Pulled toward right center field. Granderson is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. 3 up, 3. Curtis Granderson will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Goodwin sprinting after it.
That ball's foul.
Tap fouled at home plate. The 0-2 home. That misses. 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Full count. 3-2.
Yeah, he had him in good position here. 0-2 to start the inning. He just can't seem to finish him off.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Oh, boy. On a nice summer afternoon, this will sting just a little bit. But on a cold night, that's going to make your hands feel like you've got a fistful of bumblebees.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
You know, pitching coaches preach throwing first pitch strikes, and he's done that around 70% of the time today. So that's one of the reasons he's not doing well. That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1-2.
Yeah, right back to that inside location. When a guy shows you he can't handle a tough slider on the hands, you can bet that guy on the mound, he's going to go right back to that pitch before too long.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Up next for the Mets.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. Bryce Harper will stand in, and he'll lead off in the Washington 6th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there, as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Adam Lind will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Seared down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Wheeler pauses. Here it is on 0-1. This is pulled into right. Bruce is there, 1 away. Anthony Rendon will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. First pitch on its way. Now a curveball to start him out, but an easy take. It's ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. Hit on the ground toward the left. He's got it. Here's Walker for 1. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
Kind of lucky to get an out anywhere here. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and it doesn't have a whole lot of zip on it, but they do find a way to get that force.
Here comes the first pitch. Matt Wieters stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball, but you start to get the sense that it's flattening out just a little bit. That could be a warning sign.
Waved at and missed as he took something off there. 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Into right field. That'll drop. It's another base hit. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Now batting, left fielder, Brian Goodwin.
So stepping in, number 48, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Ryan Zimmerman will grab a bat to pinch hit, and he'll do so with a couple of runners in scoring position here, but with 2 out in the inning. And there's the 4th wide one, so they'll go after the next guy with a force at any base here and 2 men gone.
Yeah, they decide they don't even want to mess around with this guy. With his track record, it's hard to say you blame him. Let somebody else beat you.
Trey Turner steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame, Matt. You don't want to let an opportunity like this in the middle innings get away from you.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. You got to say, for a strikeout pitcher, not too many strikeouts here so far.
And he's in a big need of one right here. It would definitely come in handy.
That's wide, 2-0. Trying to hold the lead. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Line towards center field. Granderson is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. 3 left for Washington. Score holds at 4-3. Ryan Zimmerman will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Zach Wheeler will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips. Jason Worth is into the ballgame now as he'll take over out in left field.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Jason Worth.
Blake Treinen will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And the pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
Now, getting that first out is always critical in a 1-run ball game, and they could certainly use a quick 7th inning here.
Jose Reyes will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Up next for the Mets, second baseman
Neil Walker strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but When you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. Then it remains. Blake Trinan will come on, and as he's newly entered into the ballgame, he'll get his first plate appearance now here in inning number 7. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shocked is more the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit? I just don't get it.
Wheeler's ready. Here comes the pitch. In there at the letters, 1-2 now.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Well, these are just extra pitches adding to your pitch count. I don't see why you wouldn't just go right after him.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Bruce is camped under this one, and he's got it for the first out.
The center fielder, number 2, Adam
Digging in to try it again, Adam Eaton. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Yeah, a bad spot there to lose your release point. This one just continues to run inside and gets him, and now all of a sudden that puts a tying run on base.
Well, now here comes the Mets manager, Terry Collins, on his way to the mound. And that is going to be all for Zach Wheeler. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first.
Josh Egan.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Daniel Murphy is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
To second for 1, on to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. It's Jay Bruce comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Right fielder number 19, Jay Bruce.
And, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
I think things are getting a little frosty down there now. This has been one of those back-and-forth games where tensions have run high. This is just going to ramp it up a little higher.
Yoenis Cespedes stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Throw over to the bag. Runner's back. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Well, that's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and chopped up the middle. There's one. On to first. Not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch. And that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what? Thank you very much.
Michael Conforto gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first, but the runner's back easily. Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball one. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Let's train our show motion camera on that runner at first base. Here, he might have had a shot to get around to third, but you see him have to hold up to make sure the baseball doesn't hit him. And by the time he gets going again, he knows he'll have to hold on at second base.
And that's through into center field, base hit. And the run is in to score from second, and they won't come close to getting him. He's in there at third.
Took him a while to pick up that first hit of the ball game, but he made it count as he was able to drive in the run on the RBI single.
Striding into the box as Asdrubal Cabrera. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And he misses inside with that one, ball one. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. Two guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in. You're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
5 runs, 9 hits. And no errors on the Mets line score so far. In there, 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Hit hard up the middle. Backhanded. Step on the bag for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Mets forced to settle for one here in the inning. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Mets 5 and the Nationals 3. Bryce Harper digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Bryce Harper.
He's set. Here it comes. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball one.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Up top, it's 2-0.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Cespedes is going back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A solo home run off the bat of Bryce Harper. As they pull within one here, it's now a 5-4 game.
And I tell you, what's impressive about this swing in this weather, when it's this cold, you really got to get a hold of one if you're going to take it the other way in this ballpark. That's pretty darn impressive right there.
Now batting.
Here's Jason Worth. Lifted in the air to center. Granderson is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And now here comes Mets skipper Terry Collins out to home plate, and it looks like we'll see a double switch here. Addison Reed will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs here and get this one on to the 9th inning.
Number 43.
Anthony Rendon digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning.
Number 12. Juan Lagares.
Reed's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And he chased it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Rendon is retired, 2 down now.
The catcher, number 32.
Now to the plate, Matt Wieters. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And he's not quite as powerful from the left side as he is batting right-handed. So he just doesn't quite have that same pop in his bat batting lefty.
2 out, nobody on. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you gotta leave alone and make him bring something down.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Now a liner caught by Cabrera out there at short. Pretty much right in the glove that time, and the inning is over. Back now with baseball on the show from the nation's capital. Just down the street from that building, we are set for what remains in this one. Striding in to start the ninth, Travis d'Arnaud, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Heading out towards shallow right. Harper is there, and that's the first out of the inning. In now, Juan Lagares, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0. Two and 0 count, and the pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Reyes.
Jose Reyes strides in, grounded out his last time through. First pitch of the at-bat. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Towards second. But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. So nothing happening this time around. Nothing further in the ninth for the Mets. Jeurys Familia is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
27, Jeurys Familia.
Leading off the inning, Ryan Zimmerman, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Standing in now, Trey Turner. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. and he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the air and deep. And, folks, this ball game is tied. So a solo shot down the line in left as we are all tied at 5.
Boy, what a huge home run late in this ball game to tie it up. And you know who knew it was a home run before the hitter did? It was the pitcher. He knew as soon as it left his hand.
Blake Treinen will stand in now following the home run that tied the ball game. So now on the mound, it's suddenly back to square one.
Yeah, and I don't know quite how you do it, but you've got to be able to regroup and start over. The good news is it wasn't a game winner. You're still tied. So there's still hope to get this to a 10th inning and let your guys see what they can do from here on out.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
Yeah, the velocity's good here, but I'm not so sure about the location. That was right down the middle.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Treinen is retired, 2 down now. Adam Eaton stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Fly ball heading for the alley. Back goes Bruce. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And the possible winning run is into second base. He's got a 2-out double. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Every time he comes to the plate, the pressure gets bigger and bigger. He waited until the 9th inning, but got it done.
Daniel Murphy will stand in now, hitless to this point, but with a chance to be a hero here.
Well, he knows better than anybody in that lineup that one swing could make up for a whole game's worth of struggles.
Hit hard back up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. A play at the plate, and he'll be tagged out at the plate. Trying to win it here in the bottom of the 9th. Instead, we're headed to extra innings as the side is retired. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the 9th as they push across the equalizer, and we're right back where we started from. Neil Walker strides into the box now, launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Neil Walker.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. High and deep to right. Back goes Harper at the track. And as Mets fans have heard before, that ball's out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game, and this one gives him the lead at 6-5.
Oh, well, this is how you start an extra inning off right. He wants to go home, too, so he drops a barrel on that one, and now these guys will need to see if this will stand up.
The right fielder, number 19,
Here's Jay Bruce now. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. Hits this one hard the other way. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Fielder number 52,
Yoenis Cespedes ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
First delivery to him on the way. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And it's quickly 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
now batting.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. This one's down to third. Rendon is there. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So only 1 hit in the inning on the solo shot, but it's enough to push him out in front. So now we'll see if the... Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Eric Goodell will try to wrap things up here and save things in the bottom of the 10th. Bryce Harper will come forward now, trying to at least get on base with his guys down to run here in extra innings.
Yeah, I don't think you really need to be swinging for the fences just yet. You just need to find a way to get some guys on base and get that conveyor belt rolling.
And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Boy, hitting the guy wouldn't exactly be the smoothest way to enter a ball game. He's lucky that one didn't get it.
And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
You talk about tying a guy up. My goodness.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Walker's got it, and he's retired here, 1 away.
Up next for the Nationals,
Jason Worth is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. The pitch. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2.
the third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Ready now, Anthony Rendon. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. You get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
2 out, nobody on. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this is off the fence now out near the Washington bullpen. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. So striding in, Matt Wieters, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Derek Norris will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
23, Derek Norris.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Well, it took them an extra inning to do it, but they'll certainly take it as they lock up a good road victory here in 10 innings.
Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. And guys, I think you might agree there's little doubt that the star of this afternoon's contest was this man, Neil Walker. Picture perfect there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end this really could have been anybody's award, but